We've come along to the Boisdale Canary Wharf to meet Rory Archibald from Visit Scotland Business Events, who we hope is going to shed a little bit more light on what Visit Scotland have got planned for 2017 and beyond. What is Scotland's strategy for attracting more association business?
In a nutshell, it is growing our association reputation. Scotland has a great reputation internationally. Our cities of Glasgow and Edinburgh rank highly in the ICA statistics. Edinburgh is in the top 40 for the number of international events it holds, and Glasgow is in the top 30 for the number of international delegates that come to the city in 2015. So we are working with our universities, our innovation centres, our research institutes to promote what Scotland does and what Scotland is strong at. And we're developing our interagency relationships with Scottish Development International and the Scottish Enterprise to really pull all resources together to promote Scotland as the destination for association events.
So how do corporate events fit into your thinking?
Our corporate events are fundamental to Scotland's business. We have our teams with the UK and Europe teams, the emerging market and the North American market, where corporate events are at the forefront of their mind. The association and sectors team are working with our government agencies who have team members throughout the world to find those events that are potentially not on the radar and that fit specifically in with Scotland's 6 growth sectors to bring them to Scotland. So we're going for the ones that are particularly good for Scotland's inward investment.
So could you explain a little bit more about the Ambassador programme?
Absolutely. Our ambassadors are experts within their field that we call upon to help us win association business for Scotland. In September this year, we rebranded our programme Innovate the Nation, which is a series of public talks taking place all over the country that focus down on the growth areas within those different areas of Scotland, the expertise that takes place there. So we're trying to engage our ambassadors on a new level. We're engaging them on a level which is relevant to them and putting that message to them during these events of how important business events are, not just for the economy, but for the profiling of their universities, of their research institutes, and of the potential for collaboration internationally and also for inward investment into their specific institutions.
So what makes Scotland an attractive destination for businesses?
But we're renowned worldwide with our beautiful, rich culture of castles, of museums, of fantastic landscapes. But as a business destination, the connectivity that we have into our main airports covers North America, it covers the Middle East and almost every major hub within Europe. So it's an easy destination to get to. Our major universities are some of the oldest in the Western world and are some of the most renowned in the certain fields that they operate in. So it's a perfect reason for international associations to come to a destination that was the home of modern surgery, which has just recently discovered the God particle. There's so much connectivity that the world is doing that Scotland can really focus on and showcase both Scotland but also the work of those individual international associations.
So what's new for 2017?
Well, we're building on our ambassador programme Innovate the Nation. That's going to be one of our flagship events that we run throughout 2017. We're also looking to increase our international activity that the association team within Visit Scotland do. In 2016, we've showcased associations IMEX Frankfurt, IBTM Barcelona and IMEX America, and we're looking at really building on that activity that we do within those trade shows, as well as working with our teams in the emerging market to see how we can attack India, China, and I mean that in a nice way, of course. And we're really looking to spread our wings and really showcase Scotland, not just to the UK, not just to Europe, but to the world.
So in your mind, what does success look like for your strategy?
In a nutshell, it's an increase of business. That is what one of our main aims is. It is putting those associations into all parts of Scotland. But success isn't just about economic benefits. Success is about showcasing the strengths of Scotland and the research that takes place and the studies that takes place and our industries. When you have people all in one place at one time who are leaders within their field, it's an incredible opportunity for collaboration with our universities, for inward investment. So success is economic development, success is telling Scotland's story, and success is building Scotland's economy in all different sectors.
So how do you make sure business events are spread across the country?
Well, we are trying to replicate the success of our cities, who have done a phenomenal job at representing themselves internationally. Our ambassador programme is very much focused on the regions of Scotland. We are holding events in Inverness, St Andrews, Stirling and potentially even Oban in 2017. We have researchers based within my own department of the association and sectors whose job it is to go out and find out exactly what these universities' strengths are and then find the ambassadors that we can then match to international association events specifically for those regions. We're working in collaboration with our cities and we are promoting our regions and the benefits that those areas offer for international associations.
So what year of could we look forward to next year?
Well, the year next year is a phenomenal year. It is the year of history, heritage and archaeology. Now, Scotland's reputation is phenomenal in all of those areas. Our castles, our beautiful country houses and even our battlefields. Some of the biggest events in UK history have taken place in Scotland. But that also goes back to our legacy of innovation. We're not just celebrating those parts of our history, we're celebrating what we've done on an intellectual level. I mean, we use the tagline sometimes that Scotland invented everything. And that's everything from the telephone through to the television, and most recently with the God particle, Dolly the sheep, the first cloned mammal, is celebrating our 20th anniversary. So that themed year doesn't just fit in with perhaps the traditional views of Scotland, it's actually focusing in on our academic achievements and our invention.
Now, you currently have a team of 4. Are you happy with that, or are you looking for more recruits?
I'm absolutely delighted with the team that we have. We've become fully in place in August of this year, and their expertise ranges from academia through to international conference centres, even through to international charities working in Afghanistan for a year. The remit of my team is incredible. We're going to see what happens over the next 2 to 3 years, and if we do our job properly and we increase that association business coming into Scotland, then you never know what's going to happen in the future.
Now, we were promised further initiatives in the last quarter of 2016. What exactly are they?
Well, our Innovate the Nation programme is going to be built upon. It is our flagship event for 2017. And we're going to build upon the events potentially not just as talk series in Scotland, but talk series internationally. We're going to be working with my colleagues in the UK and Europe team to launch Innovate the Nation specifically within the German market, and not just to attract associations, but for corporate and for the incentive markets as well. We're also in discussions in taking Innovate the Nation to Tartan Week in New York in April 2017. So we're really taking this message of innovation on an international level. We're also looking at the different events that we can take part in as part of an international programme and promote Scotland at these events. We've already discussed IBTM China and the UIA Roundtable, and that's just the beginning. We're looking at 2017 with absolute excitement for what the future holds.
So how does your role fit in with Visit Scotland business event structure, which was run by Neil Brownlee, and has that new structure now bedded in?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's always been association representation within the business events team. We have just grown from 1 person now to 4. We're looking at the ways that all the teams within that department can collaborate and grasp every opportunity for all the markets that we operate in. And that is collaboration with our ambassador programme and taking it internationally, or collaborating on the emerging market trade shows that take place and seeing how we can work together to make sure we're maximising all the MICE market as well as associations.
Can you give any value statistics on the amount of association event business won last year and whether it represents a rise?
Absolutely, but the statistics that we have are based on the National Conference Bid Fund, which is a subvention fund which Visit Scotland run. So with the events that we have directly supported, we've seen a 44% increase in the number of association events taking place throughout Scotland, and that includes our cities, that includes the north of Scotland such as Orkney, our islands of Arran, and even in Oban we've supported events this year. So that's a 44% increase in 2015, and 2017 onwards is looking like it's going to be a strong year with another bumper year coming our way in 2018.
So what are you projecting for 2017, and do you think that Brexit is going to have an impact on your strategy?
But the feedback we have from our cities and centres in Scotland is that 2017 is going to be another strong year for the association market. In terms of Brexit, it's too early to tell exactly what the effects are going to be, but Europe is and remains one of our strongest markets for the mice industry, and our messaging is that Scotland is open for business and come and take advantage of the extremely good exchange rates that are taking place at the moment.